Remember to subscribe to Badbank's YouTube channel for easy access to all our how-to and inspirational videos. Welcome to Badbank's tutorial for using both the optional rename and aggregate directive files with groups of statements. Before you view this video, it would be most useful for you to first view the two videos that show you how to use each of those directive files individually. We have just run 3 months of statements, January, February, and March. We could have run any number of statements. It doesn't matter, but to make it easy, I've just run 3. I did a group export for those 3 statements and modified both directive files. First, the rename directive file for that group looked like this, and in yellow is things that I have changed. AI sometimes doesn't know exactly what you want, so here you can see that the original name that the AI pulled out was Becky's, cleaning with an apostrophe S and no apostrophe. I renamed both with the apostrophe. Similarly, I renamed Dr. Smiley's to be consistent. I want both Office Max and Staples to be renamed as Office Expense and St. Mary's Church. Both versions of that, I want that renamed as Charity, because that is more of a private expense. This transfer from savings, I want to be labeled more clearly as from savings, and then I added the actual payee names for all of these check numbers. Remember to save this modified rename CSV file with exactly the same name, all lowercase, and in a directory where you can find it easily when we reprocess. Next, we modified the aggregate directive file for this group output. Again, my modifications are highlighted in yellow. I want all those small Starbucks expense lines aggregated. And also, because I gave some new names to things in the rename directive file, I need to add them to this aggregate file. So I've added Office Expense, Charity, and From Savings, and I enter Yes, because I want those aggregated. Let's reprocess the 3 monthly statements and add both the rename CSV and aggregate CSV, and Badbank's AI will take direction from both of those files and create new output. We export that new group output and look at the top-level CSV. Since there are 3 months of statement transactions, the easiest thing to do to see that Badbank has applied our directives is to sort the spreadsheet by the payee. Now we can see that for all 3 months, Charity is the new payee name for St. Mary's, and it has been aggregated. The From Savings has been renamed and aggregated. The Office Expense has been aggregated and renamed, and neither Office Max or Staples appears anymore. Starbucks expense lines have also been aggregated for each statement. You always have your original files and can recreate details anytime you want. You never lose your original data with Badbank. Even though some expense lines are now aggregated amounts, the statements are still balanced and reconciled. Simplified aggregated expense lines can greatly simplify your Excel analysis and your accounting system uploads, because what you see in this CSV is the same cleaned up aggregated data that is now in the modified accounting OFX and QBO files. As you start to use these powerful directive files, start with doing just a couple of statements at a time to get the hang of it. Always remember that you have to tell Badbank's AI when you have new names and add them to the aggregate directive file if you want those categories aggregated.
We now invite you to peruse Badbank's YouTube channel for insightful and inspirational videos.